And so the fate comes to an end, but the passion it left in my heart still burns within me. Ah, my only solace is to wait in the pale moonlight for the cool breeze of the sea to still my heated blood.
Sorry to make you wait.
Ah, perfect timing. You really are perfectly punctual, my friend. It would not hurt you to learn to be fashionably late, you know.
Sorry, but punctual is what I am. Now, what is your report?
Oh, let us not be boorish and hurry so, yes? This has been a grand evening. Allow me to savor it a little longer.
Really? I'll take that as a report of I really like them, then.
Like? The lovely princess has stolen even more of my heart. It's a miracle I yet live, I tell you. What's more, I met a rival in the arena of beauty and aesthetics. A rival? Me! I shall be quite busy with these next few weeks, I think.
You really are hopeless. You're welcome to pursue your hobbies, but do not let it interfere with the plan.
You need not worry on that score, my friend. On that note, here, take it.
Very good. So, how did your experiments go?
Yes, call it a 90% success rate or so. The hologram projector can accurately project for many hundreds of cells. The first 2 or so projections were miserable failures, I'm afraid. After the third, however, the device worked flawlessly.
So some cause for concern, but not much. It does function. I'll report to the professor at once.
That gospel! Truly, it is far beyond contemporary technology, and I don't simply mean its ability to negate orbments. I know it was made by the 13 factories, but how exactly does it work?
I'm not sure. I'm not privy to the details. According to the professor, these phenomena are just the tip of a miracle.
Ooh, so it's the stuff of miracles, is it? Miracles are the providence of she who dwells above alone. What does he mean, I wonder?
Regardless, a few more experiments should make the potential of the Gospels clear. With that...
Ooh, we've had a number of unexpected actors coming onto the stage this night. How shall this cameo end, I wonder?
That's up to how our hidden mouse responds.
Ah, indeed. Come now, mouse, cry for us. Hey. I'm not sure who that little mouse is, but your life is spared, it seems.
Thank Idios for your life, rodent.
Bring on the beer. Can't drink no more.
Damn it. I coulda.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Idios, the saint, and anyone else I'm forgetting for saving your humble servant. Like I need to be told to give praise to the goddess. What monsters, though? So those are the enforcers of Ouroboros, huh? Okay, we're off to Zeiss. Anyone have anything else they want to do before we go?
Nah, don't think so. Unless you can think of anything, let's book.
I can think of one piece of business. Where did Miss Dorothy go? She disappeared quite suddenly, and I'm curious as to where she could have gone. I think she went to go see Niall in the hotel. That's a good point. I think we should go say hi and thanks before we leave Ruan. Yes, I think so too. We owe Dorothy our lives, really. I wanted to say goodbye to Matron Teresa and the children before we left as well, but I tried calling them from the guild a minute ago, and I think they're out. They are? Aww. I wanted to say goodbye too.
Hey, we can write him a letter when we get to Zeiss. They'll get a kick out of it. Worst comes to worst, ain't too hard to get back here.
Yes, that's true. I'll write them then. Hey, we'll write them. I want in too. Yeah, well, come, my friends, let us away to the pulsing heart of the orbital revolution and the seat of genius. Hello.
Alright, you guys. I heard from Dorothy that you guys solved their little ghost problem.
Yeah, we did, but is Dorothy okay?
She was yammering on drowsily about what happened. Once she was finished, she conked right out, so I had to put her to bed. Well, a hell of a lot happened last night, and she saved our skins. Can't blame her for being kinda tired. Let her rest, okay? A real reporter can go down a good week without sleep when he's got scoop. Oh yeah, some of the stuff she was talking about sounded wild, but she didn't really explain it at all. Mind if I ask you guys a few questions?
Sure, go ahead.
Alright, I think I get it now. Son of a... Phantom Thief B himself is a liberal, and he's one of those Ouroboros people? Kinda wish I hadn't heard that.
What? Niall, you know about that masked weirdo?
Oh yeah, he's a famous thief who's caused a stir in every major city on the continent. If he wants something, he'll get it. And he always steals things with a big old show. For a phantom, he's got a love of drama, that's for sure. Yeah, that sounds like our weirdo, alright.
He even admitted he's Phantom Thief B from those cards, so...
Like I said though, thievery is one thing, but he's also a lackey of the society. Wouldn't think Ouroboros would have use for someone like him, but at the same time, if they do, it's terrifying.
Niall, I'm curious. Do you intend to write an article about what happened?
Nah, the Guild and the Royal Army asked me not to report on anything to do with the society. I'll probably end up writing about someone's ill-intended crime or pleasure, something.
With the coup d'etat foiled, the kingdom is beginning to settle. I do see the wisdom in this. There is little sense in terrifying the populace with news of a dangerous secret society just yet.
Yeah, I ain't happy about it as a reporter, but I guess I see where the government's coming from. Still, if anything else happens, tell me about it, yeah?
Of course. Anyway, we're off for Zeiss.
Alright. I've got a draft I need to write up, so I can't see you off, but... Want me to wake Dorothy?
No, it's okay. She's fast asleep and I hate to disturb her. Give her our best if she gets up, okay?
Will do. Be careful, guys.
Hey, you guys. Your bracers, right? Yeah, is something wrong? You look kind of frazzled. There's something I'd like you to investigate urgently. Could you come right now? Yeah, no problem. Thanks, I owe you.
So where should we go?
Head to Norman's election office. It's at the top floor of the hotel. Here, I'll show you the way. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. Hurry up and let me go home. I've got work to do. Now, calm down. Just bear with us until the bracers arrive. Once the investigation's done, you can leave. Speak of the devil, see, here they are. That sure was fast, Harrio. Yeah, I lucked out and ran into some bracers right away. This is Norman. I'm sure you've seen him on the posters around the city. One of the guys running for mayor, I think. I'm Mr. Albright of the Bracer Guild.
Agate Krasner, also a bracer. Let's get to business. What happened?
One of our campaigners, Dells, was injured by someone. In other words, it's an assault case. An assault? Well, that's never a nice thing to hear. Is the victim okay? Yes, he's still here.
He was unconscious for a bit, but it was thankfully nothing serious.
Whew, glad to hear it.
There's nothing good about it. The back of my head still hurts like you wouldn't believe.
The back of your head, huh? Were you attacked from behind?
Yes, ma'am. Right out of the blue, too. I was taking a breather on the balcony and all of a sudden, from behind, thud. That's pretty foul.
Sounds nasty.
When did the attack happen? Give us whatever you can remember about the events before and after.
Sure, it happened today just after lunch. Norman and I were checking out a potential location for a speech by the bridge.
Cooper here just turned up then. When I talked to him, he said he had some important business with Norman.
What kind of business?
Portos told me to come apologize for that mess on the bridge. It's not like it's all my fault, but I did sort of make it worse.
So you came to say sorry for the scuffle?
Yes, but Norman was still very busy at the time. We asked Cooper to wait in the office area. That's when I showed him to this room. I returned to the hotel not too long afterwards. I entered the room with Herio, who has been waiting outside in the office, and there was Dels, unconscious on the balcony. And Cooper was right there, standing over him. Why does that make me the criminal? He was already out cold when I reached the balcony. I understand what Cooper's saying, but it's only natural to suspect him, given the circumstances. There was no one in this room except Cooper and Dels.
Is that true?
After I brought Cooper, I was on watch outside the door. No one entered until Norman got here. No matter how you look at it, that means these two were alone. You sure? Yeah, it's true, but it's like I said. When I went out to the balcony, Dels was already on the ground. So you're saying the crime was committed before you got there? Am I getting that right? Yeah, exactly. Thank God, Hio, someone who finally gets it.
In that case, it'd have to be someone who entered the room before Cooper. Dels, do you remember anything?
It's possible that someone came in. People go in and out of this office all the time, though. Even if someone had, I wouldn't have thought much of it.
Fair enough, it's an election office, so that makes sense.
Sounds simple enough, at least. The criminal's gotta be one of those two people. This guy here, or someone who came in the room before him.
We should be able to narrow it down if we get enough proof. Think we ought to start questioning?
If there's no other useful information, yeah. Alright then I have one more thing to add. There was something that occurred to me as I was looking through the room after the incident. It actually felt like it was cleaner than before. One way to interpret it would be as a disguise, to hide the fact that the room had been searched. Of course, it appears they went too far, inadvertently arousing suspicion in the process.
Now, if there's nothing else here you can tell us, we should get to questioning.
Good luck with the investigations. We'll come to report once we have an answer. Good, we're counting on you to get to the bottom of this. I'll say it as many times as you like. I only found Dels. If we'd have been fighting, someone would have heard a sound, but no one said anything, did they? Of course they didn't, because I was politely seated on the sofa. Oh, a sound, Thinking about it, I did hear a loud sound from above.
From here, you mean the balcony?
Probably around there, yeah. It was an impressive sound, like something had run into something else with a smack. Can't recall exactly what I heard it, though.
That's too bad. Still, this is all good stuff to know.
I remember something now. The sound happened as if it were timed to the bell, at least to my ears.
Timed to the bell? So basically you heard the sound of the bell at roughly the same time as the big sound.
Well, if you want to make it sound all boring, yeah.
If that sound was something caused by the criminal, then someone without an alibi when the bell rang is the criminal. Are you done questioning in the office?
Yeah, we're done. How's it going on your end?
It's going okay, I guess. I'm still checking out stuff.
Just don't slack off.
Leave it to me.
When did the bridge bell ring? It went off when Hario and I were checking out the speech site together.
Hario was there too?
Yes, he was already there. Just as the bell was ringing, Cooper showed up. Then I asked Hario to show him to the hotel.
I see, then it's sure. So then, Estelle, there's no connection between the sound Murray heard and Hario. Yeah, not just Hario, but Cooper seems in the clear too. The sound Murray heard was just right after the bell finished ringing, but both men can prove they were with Norman at the time. In other words, whoever made that sound was neither Hario nor Cooper. This virtually eliminates any chance of them being the criminal. Who could have done it? All I know is that they were cleaned while I was away. So you don't know either, sir? I'm afraid not. I don't know who it was, but I worry that I may have left them a terrible impression. Pardon? What do you mean? In truth, I haven't had much of an appetite lately. I left quite a lot of paella I got for lunch uneaten. I'd requested that Ernest get me one of those special paellas in secret, yet left it virtually untouched. It's embarrassing to think back on how wasteful that was. I see. It must be really stressful to be running in an election. The noon bridge bell? Yes, at that time I was preparing the guest rooms. Once that was finished, I next organized the utensils. Someone had cleaned the plates in the office, so I was able to finish work quickly. The office plates were cleaned? So that means there was someone who went to the office after lunch? Indeed. While I was preparing the guest rooms, they cleaned up, it seems. The plates were stacked at the front. Of course, exactly which kind of guest it was, I couldn't say, unfortunately. Not too bad. Guess we'll have to ask around ourselves. I went to the lavatory for lunch today. Always been in the habit of going. Sounds like a nice enough routine. You have to go through the hotel to get there though, right? Yep. I can't fly across the sea now, can't I? Good point. So did you see anyone in the hotel at the time? Ernest was on the first floor, of course, but the rest was real quiet. There was no one there? I'd say so. The basement and first floor were pretty quiet when I'd passed through. Norman's son was there when I came back, though. Norman's son? Oh, you mean Belden. Yeah, that's more than enough. No, it was nothing. Lunch? I ate lunch on the first floor. Still, you know what? My dad's pretty unfair. He feeds us normal, boring stuff, then he gets a special paella just for himself. Wait a sec. What's with that weird face? Did I say something weird? No, it's just... Hey, Belden, you said you ate lunch on the first floor, right? Yeah, that's right. What about it? Norman ate on the second floor. How did you know what Norman ate when you were on the first floor? Oh, that. I saw it afterwards, obvious. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, actually I heard from someone else. I don't remember who said it though. Maybe you should investigate that next? That's obviously suspicious. Were you really in the basement the whole time? What? Why? There's someone who passed through the basement right after the bell rang. According to their testimony, you weren't there. That can't be right. Got a mark? So who's your suspect? The Raven kid? You got some proof, right? First, explain the reason you discounted the original suspect. Cooper was outside when the sound was heard. Norman's testimony corroborates this, so we can say for sure it's accurate. If that was the sound of the crime being committed, then there was a very small chance Cooper's the criminal. I see. And at the same time, we can also throw out any suspicion of Harrio. Yeah, it does. Harrio met up with Norman, so we're sure. Next, you need to explain this suspect's crime. What kind of proof do you have? I have valuable testimony that refutes his alibi. This person remains as the final possibility. Yeah, by process of elimination, it does turn out that way. Ultimately, though, that's nothing but circumstantial evidence. Do you have any more decisive proof? I don't know if it's decisive, but something did bother me, and that's the testimony about the special paella. Huh? What's that? So Belden testified that he ate lunch on the first floor, but somehow he saw the paella Norman ate. He even knew that Norman barely ate it. In other words, he went to the second floor. That what you're saying? Yeah. Alright, I get it. Let's call Belden in and hear what he's got to say. We can't go straight to an arrest without the proof we have on hand. Okay, got it. I see. I understand Belden came to this room to clean, but I'm not sure how that correlates. What does that have to do with the assault on Dells? It has a lot to do with it. Well, let's hear him say it himself. Yeah? Go tell him. Yeah, okay. Well, once I finished cleaning the room, I thought I'd head back. But since I tidied up a lot of stuff, the room was real dusty. I thought I'd open the balcony door to air it out, but my hands were full of plates. I didn't have any choice. So I kicked the door as hard as I could.
Wait, you mean the door?
Yep, it's exactly what you think. The door is the criminal that knocked out Dells. The door flying open slammed right into the back of your head.
In other words, the truth of the case is an unlucky accident. What? So then, I'm innocent, right? Seems like it. Man, oh man, finally free and clear. Still, what a mess. Why didn't you volunteer this information at the beginning? I'm sorry.
Come on, he's telling the truth now. Give him a break, okay? He had the courage to talk about it in the end, so everything worked out.
As the victim here, I'd like to forgive and forget. It's already clear that this was all a misunderstanding. Of course, I'd like him to be a bit more careful opening doors in the future if he could. Dells, I'm really sorry. And you too, Mr. Cooper. You almost got turned into a criminal. You don't need to worry about me. I'm in the clear and that's good enough for me. Well, that settles things.
Thank goodness.
Also, Belden, whatever you decide to do in life, know that the decision is yours and yours alone. I know you can do it.
Really?
Yeah, make sure you keep it up. Well, that's our report.
Racers, I'm sorry for today.
It seems we've taken up a great deal of your time over just a big mistake.
Don't worry about it. This is part of the job too.
Well then, we're off.
Whew. Well, that's done and over with, finally. I wouldn't have dreamed it would end up like that, though.
Truth is always stranger than fiction. However, as your valued assistant, I take great pride in our completion of this most puzzling assignment.
You didn't do a damn thing. Oh, but I really do appreciate your help, Chloe. You gave a ton of good advice. I'm always happy to help. There's no need to thank me, though, Estelle. Yep, next up is the Zeiss region.